folks, Maverick Indicators here. All right, so we've been in this trade for a minute here, and we're getting the turn of the 5-minute candle. So the atomic clock is turning red down here. So we sit on our hands right now. I do apologize. I thought I was recording this whole time. And I know you guys like to see the entries, and I wasn't recording. I don't know what happened. Thought the button was going. The button kind of disappears once you start recording. So, and then I somehow moved my mouse to where I didn't see the button, and I went, "What the heck? Oh no, I'm not recording." So I do apologize. I know you guys like to see the entries on these trades here, but let me walk you through why we're in this trade. So first things first, we have an A+ setup to the upside, A+ setup to the upside on the Maverick radar. The Maverick radar is going through your entire checklist of everything we look for in a trade, in a good setup, and it's going to score it, right? It's going to score, and we're getting a little retracement. That's okay right now because we just had the turn of the 5-minute candle. But it's gonna go through your entire checklist and say, hey, do you even have a setup? And if you do have a setup, is it a B setup or is it an A+ setup? And right now we've been rocking an A+ setup for quite a bit here. Again, I do apologize. Thought I was recording, was not. So hit that record button as quick as I could. A+ setup to the upside. Imagine having an assistant on your charts going through your entire checklist of everything you look for to take a trade, and it's telling you, nah, you don't have a setup, don't touch your mouse. Or you have a B setup, which can tell you like, hey, something's about to happen, or an A+ setup. So we have an A+ setup to the upside. Second thing is we have bright green candles. If you see bright green, it might just fly right off your screen. Bright green is your strongest upside data candle. Now I got into this trade a little early. You can see my entry here, of course, on the green candle, because green is your second strongest upside data candle. And we had a weak zone. I'll talk about the Maverick zones in a second. So we're only in 15 micros, guys. I'm making $1.25 per tick per contract. This is like 1.5 minis. This is not a heavy trade. But look, we're up about $1,300. Maverick Multi-X, all 5 traders are voting bullish across 6 time frames. Now you can set these time frames for whatever you want, but instead of having all these monitors on your chart or all these charts all over your monitor, why not have the Maverick Multi-X in a nice, neat little square up here in the upper right-hand corner that tells you 5 traders. Think of these traders as they're algorithms, but think of them as traders, and they all have a completely different style. So imagine if I put you in the room with 5 other traders who all have a completely different style, and they're all agreeing on the direction. That is powerful, okay? So that way you don't have to try and read 6 charts. You can just look at a glance. Oh, all 5 traders who all have a completely different style, they're all bullish. Let's go, let's go. So what we're doing, guys, is we're stacking probability. We're saying, hey, we got an A+ setup on the Maverick radar. It's telling us we have an A+ setup. Oh, we have bright green candles, which is your strongest upside data candle. Oh, all 5 traders are voting up. All 5 traders are voting bullish across 6 time frames. And then the final piece in here, other than your Maverick trender, by the way, is totally pegged, is the Maverick zones. So see these zones right here? These are auto-drawn by the Maverick zones. Okay, this is we just launched this about a month ago. And what it does is it has a probability formula of where your support and resistance zones are. And when price gets close to it, it will start to produce this score. Okay, and anything under 90% is totally fair game for breaking. So how cool is it that you would no longer have to draw your support and resistance zones? They're not just where the support is or where the resistance is, but by probability formula, where it actually lays, where those orders have shown to support or reject. And then it gives this probability score so you can know, like right now, if this score was a 95%, I'd probably be closing this trade. because that is like a brick wall. Okay, so the probability score, and we teach you all this in the tutorials, but the probability score tells you a lot. All right. So if some of the other tools that you guys probably are unfamiliar with, like I'm not sure if I showed it before because I thought I was recording, but like the Maverick News right here will turn on your news. Looks like we got 10 a.m. news that could affect your charts. You're going to want to watch out for that. The Maverick Draw, so you can pull up any of your drawing tools, pop it all over here, and draw whatever you want. And then you can just erase it, just like TradingView kind of turns NinjaTrader a little bit into TradingView. And then all your indicators are right here, and you can turn them on and turn them off. So if I wanted the zones off right now, I could just turn that sucker off. And then with a click of a button, I can turn it right back on. And then I know you guys have been asking about the atomic clock. You guys all want it on your NinjaTrader charts. It is here. And if you saw the first minute and last minute turned red, because you guys know my rule about first minute and last minute of a 5-minute turn, we sit on our hands. That's where the market makers really do their manipulation magic, if you ask me. So anyway. So that's that. Pretty simple. All these tools are in the are going to be in the Power Pack, the toolkit that's coming out here shortly. Check the forum in our WAP member area. I announced that. And then the Maverick Zones for NinjaTrader, we're probably about 2 weeks out. And that's going to be its own license. And man, we've had to put a village on to work on this one. Lots of heavy lifting, lots of very expensive, and lots of time put into this, all efforts in, but I know you guys wanted, you see the amazing results that the Maverick Zones is having on TradingView, and a lot of you were like, I want it on NinjaTrader too. Okay, we'll get to work. Anything we can do to help you guys be successful. So listen, if you want the ultimate trading assistant on your chart right here, telling you when you have an A+ setup, if you want to know what's actually going underneath the hood with your candles, reading that data, our own formula that we run underneath the hood to know like what is the severity of that data, if it's to the upside or to the downside. Bright green, if you see bright green, it might just fly right off your screen. If you want to trade with 5 other traders, these are algorithms with 5 other traders who all have a completely different style, when they all agree, that's pretty powerful. If you want to know where your zones are, let it auto draw your support and resistance zones, and then a probability score of it holding or breaking. Woo! Let me tell you, this is clear vision, folks. This is edge. So never financial advice. Do your own research. Never any guarantees in any market, of course, right? I always say we build some of the best golf clubs. You got to go out into the course and you got to practice playing golf, right? Okay. But we would love to help you crush it this year with your trading. So if you haven't already, come check us out. I'll put all the links in the description below, and I'm going to watch this trade, and not going to give much back here. Be a beautiful Friday. And here's a great example of how good these indicators really are. So come check us out. MaverickIndicators.com. That's MaverickIndicators.com.